Today we are going to be talking about personal information, Section A. And here's our handy dandy color-coded. Section A is personal information. So let's get right to it. So what I want you to know actually before I do, so this is showing you what it looks like to file the old-fashioned way. If you want to file it online, you can use the same structure if you'd like and just have online folders, or you might have an online system that you use. However you do that, what's important is the type of content you need to keep and how you need to keep it. So, Section A, personal information. Employee personal information is personal information about an individual that is collected, used, or disclosed solely for the purposes reasonably required to establish, manage, or terminate employment relationship, but does not include information that is not about an individual's employment. So personal information is information that you use, collect, and disclose in order to manage the employment relationship. Under this section, you would have things like an application form, a resume, a personal contact and emergency contact forms, change forms if anyone changes their names or has different contact people, favorite things, any personal information updates that you might have. That's what would be in this section. So let's just talk about an example of some of those. So an application form, for example, not all roles require an application form, but I do believe all roles require a resume. So even if you are hiring a laborer and you want them to fill out an application form, if it makes sense for your organization, I would strongly encourage you to get them to bring in a resume as well, or to send in a resume as well. That tells you a lot about the effort an employee or a candidate's willing to do in order to get a job. So I've attached a sample application form that you can look at. The other thing to think about is making sure that an application form has all the relevant information that you can ask reasonably to find out if this person is right for the job or not. For example, if you are a glazing company and you have to work at heights that are tall buildings, one of the things that you can ask is, are you afraid of heights? Because if the truth is yes, chances are this wouldn't be the right job for that person. So take a look at the example application form we've submitted. We've got some good questions in there for you. Sample of a personal information. So you've got this employee personal information form that you can ask employees the questions that you need in order to have all the data that you need. One thing that's important is to have emergency contact information or find out if there's anything that you should know about them. You know, are they allergic to something? And if something happened, who would you contact? It's important information to have on file. We have a favorites things form, which is right here. Not right here, but right here. So I have a favorites things form. This is just a fun thing that we have some clients do, that we get employees to fill it out, so that if you wanted to reward me or an employee in some way, or me, if you wanted to reward one of your employees in some way, you ask them these questions. So if you wanted to do something special for them, you could come to this form and figure out what it is, and you would get them something that you knew that was specific to them that they really enjoyed. And you can ask all kinds of questions in here to find out what it is you might want to give as gifts. The important thing about personal information is collect, use, and disclose only the information required to manage the employment relationship, nothing more. Have candidates complete the application form where applicable, as well as submit a resume. Collect all the information you need to manage the employment relationship, contact details, emergency contacts, etc. This has been an initiative of the City of Penticton's Economic Development Department. And I'm Corey Meadell from the Jody Performance Group.